I'd like to go over your Chapter 5 writing assignment with you. By now, you should have already reviewed the chapter PowerPoint as well as the teacher's or instructor's notes that I gave you. You should have read the chapter as well. So, my idea is to go through this as if we were in the classroom and I was giving you this assignment. So let's talk about this assignment a little bit. First of all, the purpose of this assignment is this. Most businesses want to know when something is wrong with their product or services so they can correct the matter and satisfy their customers. Many times, the easiest and quickest way for you to address these claims is simply to contact the company directly to settle the matter. Because you anticipate the reader will willingly grant your request, you're using a direct claim format, which begins with the claim, moves to an explanation, and ends with a goodwill closing. So for this assignment, you're going to check out your textbook and look at the section for Learning Objective 5-6. It's all about how to prepare a direct claim message. The relevant concepts in this assignment are how you're going to be determining the effectiveness and or weaknesses of the ineffective message that's listed below. You're going to learn how to start really using your communication strategy using the problem-solving approach form that we checked out in Chapter 1, as well as the audience analysis checklist from Chapter 2. Once you have listed all of the weaknesses, you will be revising the message for effective positive communication. Then you're going to submit it and you're going to peer edit one of your other classmates' works. Okay, so basically what you're doing in peer editing is looking at their document and doing exactly what you did for the ineffective message below with their document. So you're going to look for any of the weaknesses and then make comments on what the weaknesses are and make suggestions for improvement like I will be doing on your papers. So the first step with this assignment is you want to open up a new Microsoft Word or rich text format document. On that document, first page, you want to list the weaknesses in the ineffective direct claim message below. First, you're going to base the weaknesses on the general plan for a direct order message that you'll get from Learning Objective 5-2 in the textbook. Then you're going to make suggestions for organizing the direct claim, which is Learning Objective 5-6. Then you'll use the appropriate format to revise your message, including all of the letter parts. And we're going to go over how you determine what format you're going to be using, what form you're going to use. But typically, because this is going to be an external operational message, you're going to be using a formal letter. And the format for those letters are in Chapter 2 and Bonus Chapter A. The appropriate writing style suggestions that you learned from Chapter 4 is very, very important. You're going to really start applying those from this point on. So what I want you to do is make sure when you list your weaknesses that you cite your reasons based upon the appropriate chapter and the learning objective. I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in a minute. Step 2, you're going to plan your communication strategy using the preliminary assessment that the chapter PowerPoint talks about. I also have given you access to the problem-solving approach form and the audience analysis checklist form, both blank. Okay, all you have to do is click here or here to download those PDF forms. They're going to be blank. Now, we've already used them in chapters 1 and 2, the assignments that we did then. So again, you'll revise the message using the direct claim message plan and then peer edit one another's draft message using the grading rubric that's down here. Okay, so as you can see, the total points for this assignment is 15, and that includes performing a peer review of one of your classmates. It will automatically assign you to a classmate that's already submitted their work. Um, okay, so here is the ineffective message that you're going to be reviewing. Don't worry about the date, okay? What that's supposed to be, whatever date, all right? As you can see, this is already in a letter format, partially. There are some pieces missing. Check out Chapter 2 and Bonus Chapter A to make sure that you include in your revised document all of the parts that are necessary for an external operational communication. So as we start reading, we can already see that this is a very negative approach to a claim that somebody is trying to make. Okay. I'm going to point out a couple of things to you to get you started on your review. So here, right here in the second paragraph, the very beginning, in view of the fact that, okay, that is called cluttering phrase or surplus words. That is a weakness from chapter 4. Negative tone in the opening paragraph. Negative tone is also a weakness. Now let's talk about based on the message plan for a direct claim. If you look at the instructions for a direct claim, you'll notice this is a positive kind of a thing you want to do. So you want to open directly. When you open directly, you're automatically going to state what the objective is. What is the outcome that you want from this message? There's something that went wrong here, okay? This lady is putting the blame on the Hearst car rentals. She's not explaining at all what it is that she wants in the first paragraph, and that's exactly what she's supposed to be doing, using the direct format. So as you go through each of the paragraphs, you'll be able to determine what are some of the weaknesses based on how the plan is supposed to be set up, the message plan from chapter 5. Again, the chapter 2 and bonus chapter A as far as the format, the letter format, and very importantly, chapter 4, all of those appropriate writing skills. Don't forget about bonus chapter B, the writing mechanics, the correctness in communication. Those are all the things I'm going to be grading you on. Okay, so you're going to take your time and you're going to go through this document and list all of the weaknesses based on each of those chapters that we've learned. Okay, so like I said, we started learning those skills. All right, we've had a little bit of a break working on the analytical research paper, but now you've got to go back to those chapters, review, make sure that you understand what you're going to be looking for to make sure that you revise this document in the appropriate way. Okay. Down here under the Canvas student guides, you have links to the instructions on how to submit, how to work, do a peer review in an assignment, as well as how to know if you have a peer review assignment to complete. It'll notify you whether or not you do. The rest is stuff that you've already done as far as submitting information. Don't forget to look at the grading rubric as you're looking at your own. Before you submit your own paper, look at the grading rubric. Make sure that you meet the proficient level. Okay, use this as a checklist as well as the audience checklist to ensure that you're meeting the proficient level. So let me take you to the document using the problem solving strategy for message worksheet. Now we did one of these in chapter 2, if you recall. I want to get this in here. And so you're going to start by answering a lot of these questions. Okay, what type of message is it? It's a direct claim message, a direct claim adjustment claim rather. And this is from chapter 5. You're going to determine what is the situation. So let's think about that a minute. What is the situation? Oh. The situation is, according to the message here, that a customer apparently rented a car, picked it up in Dallas Fort Worth International Airport on June 23rd, and the tank was empty. He or she had to fill it immediately and then drove it through till June 27th when it was returned at Houston. The driver was charged again for premium prices in gas, even though he or she filled up the tank when they got the empty tank with the car. So that's the issue. That's the situation. This person, this customer, believes that they should not have been charged this dollar amount because they filled the tank upon renting it. Follow the message plan. Make sure the opening paragraph directly states what you want the objective to be. What is the result that you want, or this person would want it to be? So that's how you use the message plan worksheet. Okay, for ask and answer all these questions. Look back on the one that we did for chapter 2 to review, to help guide you along. And I think that once you start using this form here, as well as the audience analysis, I'm trying to find that audience analysis checklist. Hold on, bear with me for a second. Here. Okay, you got this in chapter 2 as well, remember? So you're going to use the two documents in combination to be able to help guide you in writing an effective message moving forward. This is just practice. It's only worth 15 points. I promise you, give you very, very detailed feedback, as well as refer you to the appropriate location within the chapter and chapters to help you make sure that as you move forward, when you do your assessment, you will be able to do it correctly. Okay? As always, let me know if you have any questions. The assignment is due by next Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Good luck with it.